What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Double Crown Collectibles YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since we actually put out a video. It's been like maybe 1 or 2 months. No one's counting, but thank you guys for staying with us and hopefully enjoying some of our older content. Because again, we don't put things out as often, but we want to change that as soon as possible because we're trying to ramp things up around here, especially with Gundam. And that's what we're here for today. Today we're here for my top 8 deck profile for a local 1K hosted at Evolution Collection. Great time, great guys. Loved the vibe. Everybody was nice. Everybody was great. My opponents were really great. It was just an overall good time. I will say though, the day before wasn't that great. Deontay and I were testing last minute, like always, and we were up till about 4 in the morning the day of. Also, disregard my dogs if you hear them. They're livestock guardian dogs, so they'll be barking if they hear any little sound. So, apologies. Plus, I'm like right next to the backyard. But anyways, we were up till like 4 in the morning testing, and we honestly was like, you know what, screw it. It's late. We're tired, and we want to go to bed as soon as possible because the event started at 11 in the morning. It's about a 30-minute drive, 40-minute drive. Plus, we had to outrun a train, which was insane. That's also, if you hear him, my boy, I'm recording. Excuse him. But yeah, anyways, we're up till 4 in the morning testing, and honestly, I literally got I was playing this deck. I was playing red-white for the longest time. Because I just like the way it worked. I like the white the way it was, and then red was cool because you can ping cards and deal damage that way. I liked playing Mage in Hearthstone. That was like the main thing I liked. But I also like playing Druid, and I'm not playing Ramp. But besides the point. And then eventually we were like, you know what? Let's try this out. Played it for literally 2 games against was it Green Rush? Because he was playing Mono Green Rush for like a second. And excuse me. I lost both games, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. This is what I'm taking. That's it. Done. Just, that's it. And, yeah, it was actually really good. I went 5-1 in the whole tournament. They gave us a lunch break, which was really cool. And hopefully I do better this deck profile than my Angel Second profile, where I didn't give any information. I just said it was good. I'm going to try to go through it as much as I can with the limited information I have, because I'm not going to lie. I've only played the beta event. I had a starter tournament at the same place, Evolution Collection, and I won that one, but it was only using starter decks, so I used red white, which was Aegis Gundam and Ale Strike, and I won that one, and then did not play any locals, just literally 1 day of testing, and this was 2 games of testing that I had. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to show you guys the deck list. I know it's nothing that's out of the ordinary. It's a deck that's proven itself. I did a little changes here and there, and I'll continue to change it to my liking. But let's just get into the deck list. I know that's what we're here for. Sorry for the rambling. And then I'll go over matchups if you guys would like to stay for that after the deck profile. Anyways, so these are part of the deck, but not in the deck. First, I want to go over is also it's very hot, so I'm gonna try and get. And I have no AC running because it's obviously quiet. If you hear any rumbling, it's probably my computer because it's trying its hardest to stay cool in this heat. This heat is not joke. Is no joke. Anyways, the first 4 cards I went over are my 4 GM or Jim. We say Jim. I honestly, I've always liked the 2/2 stat. Again, it goes back to my days of playing Hearthstone. I still play Hearthstone, but not as competitively as I used to. I play just Battlegrounds, honestly. But the 2/2 stat reminds me of Enchanted Raven is what it's called. 2/2 stat line that you just buff up over time and then just kind of deal extra damage that way. The card overall to me was okay at best. It came clutch in 1 game, and that was against Green White. That was just because I was able to play him so early. I was able to aggro with him as chip damage. But other than that, other than scaring people who played Zwart, the white blocker, because the trade is really favorable for me. A lot of people just played this card, and I just kind of sat there with twiddling my fingers. And then they would get, and then the thing is, I would play another card right after him, and then they would play. So after him, they'd play Zawart, and I just couldn't do it. So, excuse me again, sorry. It was just kind of rough in that sense, but against the slower decks, it was very good. But I only played one slower deck, and that was the green and white Operation Meteor deck. Again, howling with the doggos. But yeah, and then well, I mean, I guess against my first matchup, it was pretty good, but then it was like towards the late game anyways, and it was just stealing the game because I dropped two of them at the same time. But I mean, it was okay overall. I think I'm going to change it later to some other cards that could, I think, better benefit me and the way I play. But overall, Jim was cool. I liked him. I think in a aggro deck, he'd be a lot better, for sure. Let's continue. Next will be, it's off this side actually. Hopefully you didn't get the notification, it's only me. Next card would be the Gundam Lefrith or Elfrith, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Please correct me in the comments. This card was great overall in defending my face, so I didn't get, so I didn't lose. I will say, because of its 2/4 stat line, it's not as aggressive as I would want it. But because of its 4 health stat line, it helps so much against like Wing Gundam Zero, which I think only happened to me once in the whole day, or twice. And overall, it's being able to block her in just 2/4. I know 4 is like the sweet number right now for its health. So I liked it. I think it's a staple for any like white blocker deck. And I would definitely keep it in the deck. Next will be for Rezel, whatever. Card was very good. The stat line helps a lot, specifically against this card, because no one wants to block with this, going to this, because this will still survive, unless it's like a, blue-white deck, because they can play Gun Tank. Yeah, Gun Tank, and they'll just ping it for the 1 and kill it. Or this, sorry. But the Rezel was great for aggression, great for people who put up Perfect Strike Gundam blockers and just like, alright, swing, they're like, I don't want to block that because it's not a favorable trade. Excuse me. So I thought Rezel was really good. If I could run 5, I would. Excuse the glare. Hopefully you're able to see everything too as well. I'm sorry, I apologize. We will eventually get a new camera. Just gotta work with what we have, right? But Rezel was very good. I enjoyed it. It did really well throughout the day. Next cards that I thought this card was crap, and then I'm like, this card is actually really good. Yeah, Sword Strike Gundam worked very well against aggro decks and against control decks. Against aggro decks, you would bounce like, let's say, Zaku 2, or you'd bounce their own 2/2s, like their Zaku 2/2, or their the GM or Jim, and then Gin, and then what's the other white one? It's the white 2/2. I don't know if it plays it though. But yeah, so it would bounce all of those in those matchups, or it would bounce the Zaku 2 or Char Zaku, the Char Zaku that searches when destroyed. It bounce all those, and then it bounce tokens too against aggro decks. But then against control decks, like blocker decks, it would actually bounce Zawart. And being able to go swing, bounce Zawart, and then get that damage in was very good. My only issue was that I need to be linked to even do anything. So when I drew my other pilot besides Kira and Hawk of Endymion, I think that's the name of it, then it wouldn't really do anything. It just kind of sit in my hand. So I'm still testing this out, seeing how this works. At 4, I saw a lot. I might want to cut it to 3. I'm not sure yet though, but we will see going forward. Good card though, very good card. Definitely surpassed my expectations in the whole day, honestly. Next 4 cards will be like literally my favorite card in this game. Ailstrike. I believe are these? No. I still have my beta ones, 2 of my beta ones and 2 starter deck ones. I think I sold my beta ones and then kept these 2. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, Ailstrike's probably my favorite Gundam in this game, card game at least. And just because it does so much for the game. I mean, bouncing it does suck if they have a pilot. I will say that's like the worst thing. But being able to go play for 4, either pair or link it, doesn't matter because it obviously don't pair. And then bounce either something they just hard casted and didn't put a pilot under, just sets them back a turn. Actually, I bounced the ward a couple times with this card just to kind of get in damage. And this card is overall just really good set line against 4 health is really good and 4 attack is really good. Easy to block a lot of other cards. And then blocker's just blocker. It's good cards. Again, sorry for saying good cards, but this is something I'm used to. Plus, yeah. Next card will be the 4 Unicorn Gundam, Unicorn mode. Excuse the 1 regular art. For whatever reason, we went to 4 pre-releases and only got 3, so I have no idea where the 4th one is. I have to look for it. This card was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. I might bump it down to 3 just because I saw it way too often, and I thought I had way too many level 5s that cost 4, so I might take it out for a perfect strike or something like that, or even take out 2. I'm not sure yet, but being able to go him into Banner links was really cool because I could just draw a card. A lot of the time, what I did was I linked it, swung over something, keeping it alive, and then went to my next card, as you can see on this side, to kind of get that extra control and damage while I'm at it. Card did well. I have a lot of 4-3s now. Think about it. I didn't even see that. I have a lot of 4-3s. Again, changes are to be made, and this card performed really well with its stat line. Okay. Next card will be 3 Unicorn Destroy mode. This card was awesome. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, I don't play Amuro Ray, so this was my only way to like rest other cards or suspend. And then again to get around blockers, and I think that was the main thing, was to swing, get around a blocker, and go for game. I think that happened like once or twice. I'm not too sure honestly. Yesterday was a blur. Yesterday was a blur. Again, I'm recording this on August 10th. The tournament happened on August 9th. Started at 11 a.m. ended around 4 p.m. and then top cut was like 5 p.m. until I don't know honestly. But Unicorn Gundam was really good. Being able to have that burst potential of going Unicorn mode, swing, pop it, destroy mode, link, swing again, draw card, link again, sorry, or swing again, was very good burst potential. A lot of the time when I had this combo with Unicorn and him, I would have two out, like one after the other. So it was awesome. I really enjoyed just comboing that off. So, good card. Next card would be Archangel for my base. Oh, that's it for Gundam, by the way. But my base of choice is Archangel. I saw a list that this was primarily based off of. Excuse me. I think it's Corseska unit, or the blue base that plays tokens. I think it's a 4/2 first, and then it plays 2 1/1s when one of them is in discard. I didn't have that. I never bought the I think it's the blue-green starter deck with Wind Gundam and Tallgeese. So I just did with what I had. I was tired of driving to different stores that were like not within my range. My closest locals doesn't have cards at all. They just hold tournaments. So to even get to a place, I'd have to go about 30-40 minutes to grab some cards. And when I did, I was like, you know what? I didn't think about this card. I just picked up the bigger cards for the deck. So I played with Archangel. Archangel is very good value-wise. My biggest thing is, people are going to ask why I didn't play white base. I personally do not like white base. I understand that it's good over the long run, where it is, you pay the 2, but you also get, initially you pay the 2, then you pay the price of it to then spit out a 3/3, a 2/2, or a 1/1, depending on what you have. So long games are in your favor because you always have a card. But I valued the fact that you can pay 1 to draw a card off your life at all times, and then if you had a blocker, you don't have to obviously. You can pay the 2 to restand it. So what I ended up doing a lot of time was going with L Strike, swinging it over something small specifically, like a 2/2 or a 1/2 or like 3/2 or any of that, and then just resetting it right after and be like, okay, I have my blocker still, and I only took minimal damage with my L Strike. So I like Archangel personally. I've liked it since beta, and yeah, I think I'll continue to run it on this one actually. My pilots now will be honestly one of my favorite pilots, Kira. I know he's basic, non-foiled, but until we get like some kind of full art, like complete full art, I know there's the starter event, I think, I'm not sure. I'll get those, but Kira definitely was my favorite pilot, like in this whole game so far. Just the control aspect of being like swing -2 AP is very good. And I honestly wish he had the 1/2 stat line rather than the 2/1 stat line, but I understand why, because he does the -2 AP. But overall, Kira was a very good card. It linked with a lot of my cards, being the Sword Strike Gundam and then the L Strike, and then also just pushing that that -2 AP to control the board. Next pilot will be Banjolinks. I really appreciated the 2/2 stat line. Even if I didn't draw the card, I would just put it under Ailstrike, and he'd be a 6/6 blocker, and I got to bounce a card. I was able to bounce a card as well. I believe against my green-white matchup, I had Ailstrike on turn 5 and 6, so I was able to bounce his Zwart twice, and my second pair was with this, so that was really cool. Again, I have the 4 here, but not the 4 unicorn, which is funny. I'll have to look for it again. It baffles me that I don't have the 4/4. But either way, Banjolinks, very good card. I appreciate the 2/2 set line. That's mainly what I like about it. For our next pilot / command card, yeah, command and pilot, yep. It'd be Hakim and Endymion. This card outperformed by a mile, honestly. It was able to bounce a paired Rezel. I believe he had Armor right under him, and I think it's either that. No, it wasn't Rezel. Darabalde. Someone had Darabalde with a pair under it that was trying to swing into my Ailstrike that was weak, and because I had one open, I just actioned it and bounced it to hand before it could kill my Ailstrike. Even my opponent was like, "What is that card?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's this card." He had to look at the end too. He's like, "Wow, I didn't know it did that." It's like, "Oh yeah, pretty good." This is like I believe my only action card. Yeah, my only action card. I like was it Unforeseen Incident a lot, honestly. But because of how many people were playing, or how popular Dual Maxwell is, I was just like, you know what, probably not to play. But this also links under Sword Strike Gundam because it is a Earth Alliance card. So I liked it a lot, even if it did only give the +1/+0. It worked really well. Able to bounce little small cards that would do big damage, like Zaku too. And then for my command cards, I have 2 Striker Pack. If I could play 4 of this card, I would. Striker Pack is a really cool card. Probably my favorite commands in this game because of its versatility. Being able to put out a 4/2, a 2/4, or 3/3 in life just helps so much, and it can be defensive or aggressive. And in that way, the only reason I say that is because if you were about to lose, or if someone's hitting your life and they're like at 0 life, or very quick to losing, if they hit it in life, it bursts out at 3/3 if you don't have a token, obviously, and that can make it or break it for the game. Or if it's in life and they hit it, then you could survive another turn. I hardly ever went for the 4/2 variant, which would be this one on the bottom right here. 4/2 right here. As cool as it looks, I never really went into it. I went into it a couple times, and I think that was against green-white Shenlong, and that was just because he was able to put perfect strikes, and I was trying to swing in to bait him into blocking with the 4/4. But overall, I went into where is he at? The Launcher Strike Gundam for the most part, just because of the stat line. It was really good against aggro decks for the most part. And then Ailstrike Gundam came out twice, I think, in the whole day. But Striker Pack, very good card. I want to get one more foil. I have one, and it was, again, just the versatility is what I valued the most. So my Striker Pack. Next card will be draw cards. Let's put them both out. Overflowing Infection at 4, and then a Show Resolve at 3. I will say this for the life of me, the entire time throughout Swiss, which was 6 rounds, did not see this at all. 0. And I saw these. I saw 3, I think, at most. So that was really interesting. And again, draw in this game is very scarce. Draw and search. I believe green has the most search cards, and then white and blue are the only 2 with draw cards. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just tell me I'm dumb in the comments. But yeah, great cards. I really appreciated being able to draw cards all throughout the day. And that's it for the deck profile. Again, thank you for staying for this long. If you would like to learn about matchups, look at the deck profiles. I will then go over that right now. I wrote some notes actually. So the day was super interesting. 6 rounds in Swiss, and then top 8 cut. I unfortunately lost in top 8 to green-white Shenlong. Shenlong Gundam is the literal bane of my existence when it comes to uh, me playing white in general, because it's able to pop the Lefriths and the Zords, as well as the Striker Pack token, which is super interesting. Um, so, at least that's all I was told about the token part. So when Deontay and I were playing, or D, he was trying it out because he loves Shenlong. He loves playing the deck, and I was just like, damn, I can't get over this thing. It's just too beefy for whatever reason. If I bounce it, he just plays it back and links it, and I can't do anything. So it definitely can pop a lot in this deck for sure. I don't know where I'm going with this. I lost train of thought. But yeah, 6 rounds. Let me go back to that. 6 rounds. Round 1 was against Green Red. Rush. Is he on Rush? They ran some Zaf cards, I believe. Oh, no, I actually ran Kshatriya. And so that was super interesting. I had never, mind you, again, this was my first ever tournament with the set 1 ever. So I was learning on the fly the entire time. I honestly had just read the cards for what they did, and that's it. But yeah, round 1 was Green Red with Kshatriya. I beat him, obviously. I beat him. Next round 2 was Blue Red with Kshatriya. I believe it was the Eggman deck, or who was the other one? Ben Ferris deck, the one that played at Gen Con. I beat that one. Next round was Blue White. It wasn't Unicorn based. It was Freedom Gundam based. So no destroy modes. And I beat him. Next round, unfortunately, played the homie, and it was just straight up team kill because it's just the 2 of us. None of our other friends or team. None of our other teammates. We had friends there. None of our other teammates, or I think it's just Steven, were able to go. So I played him, and he ended up giving me the win because I was playing down actually. We played the game. He said the game's like whatever. He ended up giving it to me. So that was cool. Thanks to Deontay. We took a lunch break for an hour, and then we played our last 2 rounds. So I believe we were thinking that I needed to win 1 more, and I was in. So I played against round 5, Green White, and I played that matchup so fast. I was so surprised. It's literally the game that GM or Jim came in handy the most. Our game finished in 7 minutes. Like, I out aggroed him so hard. It was insane. So that was good, and I beat him. And then finals was against I believe his name was JP. He's well known around the area. And I lost. I burnt out really quick. His deck was again more Freedom Gundam based, but he did run a 2-1 split for Unicorn. He ran 1 Unicorn mode and 2 Destroy mode, as well as 2 Freedom Gundam, which I didn't run the Freedoms. But he was just able to draw what he needed at any point. When he was top decking, he drew Striker Pack after Striker Pack, and then he drew into Overflowing, or a Show of Resolve into Overflowing Affection, and just out resource me at that point. So, I mean, nothing to do about that. Just kind of lost that one. And then afterwards, top 8 was against Shenlong Green White, and it was just a bad time. The fatigue was getting to me, and I forgot how dual max hull worked. And then he ran Unforeseen Incident in his deck, which was super interesting. Caught me off guard, 100%. So, I mean, it did what it did. I lost, but overall, great experience. And I believe that's the entire day. So, if you have any questions, concerns, want to tell me that I'm bad at this game, just leave a like if you think I'm bad. Leave a comment. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am. I definitely want to play more. It's just a matter of finally leaving my cave, my little hidey hole in here, and then hopefully in the future I have more time to go play big events, because I'm definitely excited for this game. Been excited since pre-order, and I'll continue to be excited for this game. Thank you all for watching, and hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.